So Fortnite finally has listened to our prayers. There's 4 shotguns in the loot pool as of right now in Fortnite.
Push deep, shallow fly, sound like a hockey puck, rest power, rest cap, type of word, off the top, love a fear, head and care, let your motion spill, crash and burn, live and learn, send it be your turn. Man down low, turn it back, the way, they let my name pat, throw that vision like a contact, click, clap, pat it whack, get my bitch up on.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the Sauce from the Fortnite Kingdom, and today I'm bringing you guys a brand new video on the shotgun review in Fortnite. Now there is finally 4 shotguns in Fortnite. This is all we asked for. There have been so many submachine guns, so many grenade launchers and rocket launcher type items, but we have not gotten a ton of shotguns. But now finally there is 4 different shotguns that you can use in Fortnite, and I'm super psyched to share you guys this video reviewing each shotgun and which shotgun will be the best for you. Now before we get into this video, if you could go down and drop a like button, that would mean a ton. Also subscribing would be huge, as I post daily Fortnite content, and I'm going to be posting daily Fortnite content all summer long. Anyways, let's get right into this video. So I've done videos like this in the past where I review guns comparing other guns, but this video I'm really going to go into depth explaining which shotgun is the best for you and which one you guys should be using. I'm going to be going over every stat for each shotgun, so I hope you guys do enjoy this, as it did take a long time to get all the details. Now in my weapon pool right now, I have the combat, I have the pump, I have the tac, and the drum gun. These are all the best of each variant. So the best for the combat is a gold variant, whereas the best for the pump, tac, and drum are all in blue variants. Now I'm going to be going over a few categories for each gun. We're going to first start off with the most simple category, which is the magazine. In the combat, you're going to have a magazine of 10, whereas in the pump, you're going to have a magazine of 5. In the tac, you're going to have a magazine of 8, and in the drum gun, you're going to have a magazine of 12. So in that category, the drum gun would actually win, and the combat would be in second. Third, it would be the tac, and then fourth would be the pump. Obviously, the magazine isn't a huge issue, and I would not base off what shotgun you should use just off the magazine. That would be crazy. However, a magazine could be crucial depending in what situation you're in, if you don't have enough bullets or whatnot. So yes, those are just the magazine sizes. The next category we're going to be going into is the reload speed of each gun. Now, the gun that actually comes in first for the reload speed would be the drum gun. However, all these guns are pretty close in reload speed and time. They all reload kind of different. Like the combat, it reloads 2 bullets at once. The drum gun reloads the whole entire magazine, which is really cool. The pump and the tac reload 1 at a time. Now all these shotguns have different reload styles. They all do reload relatively at the same time, so your reload speed is really not going to be an issue. Now we're going to get into the more important categories, and the first category being the rate of fire. Now the rate of fire for the drum gun is actually the highest rate of fire shotgun in the game. I'm going to shoot as a example, and as you can see, this thing just lasers so fast. It shoots so incredibly fast. It's absolutely insane. It shoots way faster than any other shotgun, and it blows every shotgun in rate of fire by a mile. The second closest is the combat shotgun, which also shoots relatively fast, not as fast as the drum gun, but pretty fast for a shotgun, so it's definitely a very good runner-up for a rate of fire. Now thirdly on the list, this is where the shotguns start to get a tad bit slower. We have the tac shotgun. Tac shotgun, it shoots semi-fast, but not as fast as the combat and the drum gun. And in fourth for rate of fire, we have the pump, which is the slowest shotgun ever. Super slow, but it does make up for it in other categories, which we're going to be going over. Next up on the list, we have the range of each shotgun, and this one is actually a pretty important one. Just because most shotguns, when you think about it, they shouldn't be able to shoot from far range, but one of these bad boys actually does, which I will show you. So the worst range out of all these shotguns is gotta be the drum gun. It is just a terrible range shotgun. As you can see, I'm hitting ones from like not even too far away. Pretty garbage. But also the tac, it's a bit better. As you can see, I'm getting like 4s, 3s, 4 3s. Not terrible stuff, but definitely not a fantastic option. Now we're gonna have the pump. Pump, same thing to the tack. We're getting a more consistent 9, little 6 right there, 8. I would just say the pump is almost as bad as the tack, if not maybe even worse. I guess it all depends, but I would say they're around the same in range wise, just both not the best. Better than the drum, but just not there yet. And the best is obviously the combat. Look at that. We're all the way back here. We're in 40s, 30s, 40s, absolutely insane range. And that's what makes the combat an absolute beast to use in online matches. Now, for one of the most important categories that I know you guys are all psyched for, we're going to be doing the damage between each shotgun. What shotgun really pulls off the best amount of damage? Now we're going to go up close to these bots and see which one does. So as you can see, this bad boy is just slaying out right up close. 50-52s, absolutely insane, and the rate of fire is just crazy. We're getting consistent 50s to the body, and at the head we're getting around the same things, which is weird. I think it just might be because the reticle is so huge. Okay, there we go. So a 62 to the head. Pretty crazy stuff, but honestly trying to hit a headshot with the drum gun is going to be so hard. Next up we have the tack shotgun, which does some pretty gnarly damage if you're up close. However, it's not going to be like this. You're not going to be playing against bots all the time, and the damage just isn't there. The damage is a bit higher when it's consistent. It's at around 71 to 79, whereas the drum gun's at 45 to 50. So a bit of an upgrade from the drum gun, however, just not the exact same. Next up, we're gonna have the pump, and as you can see, the pump does some pretty fat damage. It's so inconsistent. Sometimes you'll hit 100, and sometimes you will literally hit a 30. The pump, when it's consistent, fantastic gun, but the pump is most definitely higher in damage compared to the tack and the drum gun, which it is at 95 to 100 damage when it's consistent. And finally, the gun you guys have all been waiting for, the combat shotgun. I know you guys have been wanting this very bad, and the combat shotgun does some pretty gnarly damage. I wouldn't say as great as the pump, but it does do some pretty fat damage, and the rate of fire definitely does make up for it. So in the damage category, I would say the pump definitely takes the cake on that one, but the combat is 100% a close second. And then in third and fourth, I'd say we have the drum gun, which are similarly tied. The tack would just be a tad higher than the drum gun, but not by much. Now, after going over all these stats, I would 100% say the worst gun out of the four has to be the tactical shotgun. It really does bring nothing to the table, and it's terrible in range. The damage isn't that great, the magazine's okay, the rate of fire is not the best, and it's just not a viable shotgun when you have so many better shotguns available. A close third to the tack is the drum gun. Although the drum gun is fairly new, and I could definitely see it getting a buff in the near future, I just don't think it's very good in this current meta. Essentially, it's meant to be like a spraying shotgun, but in this meta, everyone knows how to build, so as soon as you start spraying, people are going to build and cover, and then that shotgun becomes useless. I could only see it being a viable option against really bad players who just don't know how to cover themselves and build. Now, for the moment of truth, I know you guys all kind of expected this for the combat and pump to be the final two, and in my opinion, this is completely opinionated with the facts to back it up. I personally believe that the combat shotgun is a better option than the pump shotgun, and I will tell you why. Now, there is no denying that the pump shotgun is not a standalone gun. If you're running a pump, you most definitely want a submachine gun on your secondary, and that can definitely be very useful. However, I do believe that the combat is just simply a more viable weapon, as its rate of fire is absolutely insane. Yes, the pump does way more damage than the combat. However, the pump is extremely unreliable sometimes, as sometimes it'll hit for 9 and other times it'll hit for 100. As well, the pump also does have a bigger reticle, meaning that aiming in is actually easier for the pump than it is for the combat, so I guess that's a plus for the pump. However, I still believe that the combat shotgun is definitely your better option, just because you can shoot faster, but it also gives off similar damage to the pump, which is why I believe it is your best option. I know some people may get mad over this. A lot of people are huge pump fanboys. However, the combat definitely is the better option with all the facts that I provided today. I hope you guys can understand, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video, as it did take a long time to create. Anyways, it's been your boy, the Sauce from the Fortnite Kingdom. Can you guys please subscribe and leave a like if you did enjoy. Anyways, I will be back with a new video most likely tomorrow, and I hope you guys enjoy that one. So peace. See you guys later.